motorcade route. Something, I repeat, has happened in the motorcade route.
Who controls the past, controls the future. Who controls the present, controls the past.
The death of bin Laden marks the most significant achievement to date in our nation's effort to defeat al-Qaeda.
All you got to do is start looking around, start thinking for yourself, start investigating things, and you will see it all right there. So you have the power. Humanity has the power. We have the power. Do you want to fight? You better believe you got one.
Let us never tolerate outrageous conspiracy theories.
As for me, give me liberty or give me death!
The answer to 1984 is 1776.
Welcome to the InfoWars Nightly News. I'm your host, Rob Dew, and today's date is April the 4th, 2013, and here's a look at some of our top stories.
Tonight on the InfoWars Nightly News, the mainstream media uses sleight of hand to blame Infowars.com for child abduction. Then, the Obama administration puts the Drudge Report on their enemy list. And a 15-year-old girl leaves anti-gun politicians speechless. All that and more coming up on the InfoWars Nightly News.
Our top story takes us to Florida, where we have a case that we've seen many times before where CPS comes in over minor charges and wants to steal people's kids, and the parents, acting like normal people, want their kids back. And we have this case now with the Hakens, Joshua Haken. But first, let's take a look at this picture here. This is from a Fox News piece that they did on the Hakens, Joshua Haken. They show his mailbox, which happens to have an InfoWars bumper sticker. And while they're doing this, they're running this news alert, Amber Alert, new information on Josh Haken, and they've got equating this guy with being a crazy person with Infowars.com. I want to go to two articles real quickly. First, from the Orlando Sentinel. I'm just going to read the headlines. Amber Alert, search continues for two boys abducted from grandmother's home by anti-government parents. And here's the raw story. Armed anti-government parents abduct son after tying up grandma in Florida. So they use the word anti-government in both pieces. And then we've got the Infowars.com on the mailbox. So anybody out there who has Infowars.com is now being equated with being anti-government, not pro-freedom or pro-Second Amendment, but anti-government, which we've never said we're anti-government. And then they tie us into this thing of, oh, these people are dangerous, they're armed, they're anti-government, and the story gets a lot crazier. Alex Jones filed this report today, and we're going to show you a clip of that, and you'll be able to see the whole thing on YouTube later tonight. But we go now to Alex Jones.
Joshua Haken and his wife, they used to be so nice and both engineers in a nice neighborhood with no criminal record. And the neighbor says, I don't know what happened to them. Well, a tyrannical government took their children.
Police across the state searching for two young boys.
Officials issued an Amber Alert yesterday. They believe the children were kidnapped by their own father.
And then you see how they demonize Infowars.com. That's because they're scared of it, because the occupiers know that we're aware of their takeover. This is like a body snatcher movie or something, but it's our own species. I mean, this is all going on in plain view, and this is how it's been done in other countries. If we don't recognize it now and get control of it, we have no future.
But we do know that law enforcement agencies across the country are still searching for these two little boys, and they're now asking for the public's help in finding them.
Even if they did have, quote, a small amount of marijuana, that's in the newspaper, oh, and the evil pipe to smoke it, oh, and they were anti-government. Do you pot smokers want to have your children taken?
These signs are up right now. An Amber Alert has been issued by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. Police believe Chase and Cole Haken are with their parents, Joshua and Sharon Haken, who police are calling armed and dangerous.
If you won't stand up for these families and these children now, you're next. And I don't care if you're liberal, conservative, libertarian, black, white, old, young, an atheist, or a Christian. This New World Order is coming down on everybody. And you fools that associate yourself with the government and the big corporations that think that you're fellow travelers and part of the winning team, you are the biggest useful idiots I've ever seen. And you're the first people the globalists are going to go after they've totally taken over.
The boys were taken from their grandmother's house in Lake Magdalene, that is in Hillsborough County. According to investigators, the couple lost custody of the two boys after an anti-government rally in Louisiana.
Amber Alert search continues for two boys abducted from grandmother's home by anti-government parents. They're going to push us and push us and push us until we stand up against them, and then they're going to call us terrorists. And then they're going to blow up federal buildings and say we did it, to try to get the general public in a cowardly fashion to go along with it. And I want to tell the cowardly public something. Giving into this tyranny ensures they're going to take all your private pension funds, your public pension funds, and your bank accounts. That's now all being announced. And so go ahead and serve it. You're going to bring in our destruction. Your cowardice, your sheep-like behavior invited every wolf on the planet to come here to feed on the joke that America's turned into. I want America to pull up, to stop trusting government, and to get in the face of these bureaucrats and to take action against them politically before it turns into a physical shooting war. And if you don't like that, you're not an American, because that's what this country was founded on. Now back to InfoWars Nightly News.
So as Alex points out, if you're smoking pot, you have an InfoWars bumper sticker, you're automatically a terrorist. And we've seen this meme just a couple days ago. We had Jakari Jackson file a report showing the following and what was going on with there, where these guys are better than, they were better than veterans. They were militia and constitutional extremists, to be exact. I mean, crazy stuff that the mainstream media is out there pushing, that anybody who believes in the Constitution or Second Amendment is somehow an evil person and needs to be dealt with from authorities. Now, we have an update here. This is on Reason Blog. And if you go, they're wondering why they had this anti-government thing. This is the reason people were asking. So there's the update from Detective Daniel Swayzenu. It says, Mr. Haken, as far as we know, was not at an anti-government rally. I never made that statement, and I don't know where that came from. So this was the public official, the public servant in Louisiana who is giving out that information. We don't know where this anti-government meme comes from that we saw in Raw Story, Orlando Sentinel, Fox News. Basically, every other major media out there is reporting anti-government. Well, let's take a look at the Amber Alert issued by, this would be from the Tampa police. Joshua Haken entered the residence on Shady Shores Drive belonging to the maternal grandmother of the children. Joshua tied her up, removed the children, and fled in her 2009 silver Toyota Camry. The children could possibly be in a black GMC pickup registered to Joshua Haken. Both suspects are anti-government and have attempted previous abduction at gunpoint in Louisiana. Well, I guess that is where the anti-government comes out. But where are they getting this anti-government stuff? Is it because he has an InfoWars.com bumper sticker and that automatically makes him anti-government? Or is he somebody, maybe Joshua Haken, he's an engineer, maybe he's just using logic in deducing, well, he's sick and tired of being lied to. So that's why he tunes into InfoWars, because we're not up here, we don't have an agenda to create lies that perpetuate big government and big business and in this false left-right paradigm. We're not into that. We're into exposing corruption and showing people the truth. We move on now to a Business Insider article that basically is going after the Drudge Report. Well, not the Business Insider, but an Obama White House senior advisor, Dan Pfeiffer. And the headline is, Obama senior advisor complains that the Drudge Report hurts what we're trying to do. Geez, what are they trying to do? The White House senior advisor, Dan Pfeiffer, said, anyone saying anything can get caught up in the spin cycle in a way that is very damaging. And we have a video here of what he said, the rest of what he said.
And so, but the example being that you know, that anyone saying anything can get caught up in the spin cycle in a way that is very damaging. You know, it hurts what we're trying to do on a daily basis, but also is very damaging to that individual person.
You hear that, Drudge? You're getting under the administration's skin, and you're not letting them do what they want to do, as they say, what we're trying to do, which is what? Turn us into a communist state? I guess so.